T plus 769 days. A conundrum. For most of her life, Rarity had dreamt of the day that she'd finally be the determined age to receive her soulmate timer. It was also a rather nerve-wracking thing to think about. What if she was destined to meet her soulmate the same day she received the timer, and that would be so little time to prepare? Ideally, the timer would let her know that she had 1 or 2 months left, something akin to T-minus 46 days, or something of the sort. That was short enough that the wait wouldn't be unbearable, but long enough that she could work on her physique a bit and get everything ready so as to impress her beloved. Admittedly though, when she finally received it the day after her birthday, she hadn't expected her timer to be in the positive numbers.
T plus 769? T plus? Plus?
She stared at the counter on her foreleg, flabbergasted. What did that even mean? Had she already met them? Was that it? Because if that was it, then she was ruined. How in Celestia's name was she supposed to remember who she met 769 days ago? She met with dozens of ponies a month because of her job, and she was now supposed to remember some ponies she met stars knows how long ago? That was impossible. Ridiculous. It wasn't as if she had Twilight's exceedingly impressive memory.
Wait. Twilight, darling dearest, are you here? I'm so sorry for coming over unannounced, but I need you.
Rarity stepped into the Golden Oaks library, more than a little distraught, as she called out to her friend.
I'm in the living room, Rarity. Oh, Twilight,
she exclaimed, rushing over, and indeed finding the unicorn sitting in the living room, as well as a particular pink pony. A chessboard was placed in between them.
Oh, hello, Pinky dear. Hi, Rarity. Are you here to play chess with us? No, I'm afraid not. I actually have to ask Twilight something.
Twilight perked up, always eager to help.
Oh? What do you need to ask me? Is this about the dress that you're making for Dougal lining? Oh no, I've already finished that yesterday after the party. You were right when you said that the green fabric was softer, by the way. I'll have to show it to you later. Oh, well, good.
Twilight replied, pleased.
So, what did you want to ask me then? Do you remember if I met some pony important 769 days ago?
A second passed. Pinky frowned, thoughtfully.
769 days ago.
This was shortly followed by Twilight blurting out a simple,
What? Do you remember if I met some pony important 769 days ago? No, I heard that, Rarity.
Twilight replied.
Why would I know that? Well, I don't know, Twilight.
Rarity whined.
Because you're one of my dearest friends, and because you know everything, and you know more about my life than I know about my own life for some reason.
Twilight arched an eyebrow playfully.
For some reason? You mean the fact that you come over for tea 5 times a week and we talk for hours? See, that's my precise point. So, I'd have told you who I met back then, and you would remember, and you would tell me now, so why aren't you telling me? Because I don't know!
A great gasp filled the room, and both mares turned to look at Pinkie Pie.
I know who you met that day!
She exclaimed, standing up and bounding in place. Rarity and Twilight blinked at her.
You do? Uh-huh. And you girls should know too. We should? Yep.
She moved over to Twilight and wrapped an arm around her.
'Cause that's when we all met Twilight and Spike, 2 years and 39 days ago.
Twilight's eyes widened.
Oh, you're right. That is the day that we moved here.
She turned to Rarity.
Oh, there you go, Rarity. So why did you need to... Rarity?
Rarity was completely petrified, a red tinge crawling up her cheeks as she stared at Twilight.
Are you okay, Rarity?
Pinkie asked.
You're red all over... Are you positive that that's the day that they got here?
She interrupted.
Yeah.
She replied.
I'm pretty sure. We also met Nightmare Moon and Princess Celestia, but that was next morning, so it was 768 days ago, not 69.
Well, the soulmate timers work differently for dragons, so he'd already gotten his, and she knew for a fact that it was still counting down, not up. So that meant...
Oh, I see. Right. Good, yes.
She cleared her throat and then offered a charming smile.
Well, thank you, dear. I'll be off now.
To go and rethink her entire relationship with Twilight Sparkle, but they didn't have to know that, of course. Soulmates could be platonic, right? Maybe that's what they were. If Rarity was even remotely interested in Twilight in any other fashion than platonic, she would have already known, right? she practically lived at Twilight's house after all, considering that they understood each other so well, and she liked spending time with...
Oh dear. But wait, Rarity.
Twilight blurted out.
I don't understand. Why did you need to know who you met that day? What's going on? Oh, nothing, darling,
replied Rarity, her light blush increasing as she quickly turned around.
Really? Don't worry about it. You'll find out eventually.
She stopped and turned back.
Wait, what are you doing Saturday evening? Are you free?
Twilight blinked.
Yes? I think... Why? What's going on, Rarity? Nothing,
she said quickly before clearing her throat and inspecting her hoof.
I just think that we should go get dinner together, and catch up and all that, talk about important things, and also about each other.
Twilight's frown deepened.
Okay.
Pinky giggled.
Oh gosh, Rarity, that almost sounds like a date. It's not a date,
Rarity immediately gasped, and then quickly added,
Or, I mean, it could be. I don't know. It could be whatever we want it to be, or whatever Twilight wants it to be. Regardless, I should be off now. Goodbye, see you Saturday.
Twilight watched, completely and utterly perplexed, as Rarity sped out of the room, without so much as letting her say anything.
Right.
She said after a minute.
I guess that happened. It did. It sure did. Anyways.
Twilight turned back to her friend, clearing her throat.
So, should we, continue our game? We sure should. Oh, no.
Pinky jumped up and looked towards the door, aghast.
I forgot to ask her. Ask her? Ask her what?
Twilight asked, alarmed.
About her soulmate timer, silly. Yesterday was her birthday, so she should have gotten it today.
Deflated, she sat back down, pouting.
Now I won't know how many days she has left on her timer until the next time I see her.
With a great sigh, she sadly moved a pawn forward on the board and waited. And waited. And waited, until half a minute had passed, and Twilight hadn't done a thing.
Your turn, Twilight?
To her great confusion, Twilight Sparkle was still staring at the door, eyes completely wide, and cheeks bright red.
Oh, no, you're red all over too! What's going on? Oh.
She cut herself off.
Oh.
She looked down at the board.
So I guess we're done playing for today.
Could you imagine if you got a watch, but instead of it finding out when you find your soulmate, it's just a bomb? That would be so bad. Anyways, let's get off of that explosive topic, and let's get on to our extravagant donators. Top donators: Dash of Evergreen, Peter Coulthard, J Tinman, Darkside, and Ponyman. CourierCruz CI, Strix, Zar630, Narwhals, TacoCat598, Rayden, Dospo, Delta Omega, RuneScythe9852, Hunter Norman, Austin Rowland, Lightning Blitz, Riny Dragonwolf, Secret Moon, Tall Rasha, The Toilet Snake, Sword Brother and Mordred, Ron and Wandering, Enderai63, Random Person Man Guy, Easy, Jack Kedge, Sky Uchiha, Leslie Prickett, Starlight Glimmer, Squiddy Boy, David D. Sanchez, Soul Dragon, Gaggy, Trey, Shadow Drake, Joe Piercy, Alex F., Rainbow Dash, Teal'ca Anderson, TV Killer, John Becker, Leon Reynolds, Raven Speedster, Zach Raquel, Mystery CU, Edgar Garcia, One Kingdom 1, Nissa Rusan, Vazuri, Dyslexic Character Sheets, Just a Random Boy, Hodrick Plancart, A Crazy Person, and Ponyman365. Thank you all very much for watching this video, and live life to the fullest.